What if one man's decision could start World War III? In February 2026, President Donald Trump made the most dangerous gamble in modern American history. He launched a massive military strike against Iran, a nation of 90 million people with nuclear ambitions, and allies across the Middle East. The world held its breath. This is the story of how America went to war with Iran and what happened next. Whether peace is still possible, or if the worst is yet to come.
To understand this war, we have to go back. For decades, Iran and America have been enemies. Since the 1979 Islamic Revolution, Iran has called America the Great Satan. America has placed heavy sanctions on Iran, crushing its economy. But the real fear? Iran's nuclear program. For years, Iran secretly developed nuclear technology. The world feared that one day, Iran would build a nuclear bomb, and that would change everything. Trump, in his first term, pulled America out of the Iran nuclear deal in 2018. He called it the worst deal ever made. He imposed maximum pressure sanctions. Iran fought back, not directly, but through proxy forces. Hezbollah in Lebanon, Hamas in Gaza, the Houthis in Yemen. Iran funded them all. Then came October 7, 2023. Hamas attacked Israel. A brutal war in Gaza began, and the entire Middle East started burning. 2025, Trump was back in power, and he had a plan, a very aggressive plan.
On February 28, 2026, Trump made history. He announced what he called major combat operations against Iran. Alongside Israel, American forces launched massive strikes. Military sites, government buildings, key infrastructure, all targeted in one single night. It was the largest US military operation in the Middle East in decades. The world was shocked. Oil prices skyrocketed. Stock markets crashed. Iran's supreme leader, Khamenei, appeared on state television. He called it an act of aggression. He vowed revenge. Iranian-backed Hezbollah launched rockets into Israel. The Houthis threatened to block the Strait of Hormuz, the most critical oil shipping route in the world. 20% of the world's oil passes through that narrow waterway. If Hormuz closes, the entire global economy suffers. Trump responded immediately. He announced a naval blockade of Iran. US warships positioned themselves in the Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman. Nothing goes in. Nothing comes out. After 2 weeks of intense fighting, a ceasefire was announced. But it was fragile. Very fragile. The United States and Iran agreed to pause, but no peace deal was signed. Trump extended the ceasefire, but kept the naval blockade running. He said negotiations would continue, one way or the other. Pakistan stepped in as a mediator, a neutral country trusted by both sides. Pakistani diplomats flew between Washington and Tehran, carrying messages, proposals, and warnings. In April 2026, US and Iran representatives met in Pakistan for direct talks, but they failed. No agreement was reached. Iran's foreign minister traveled to Beijing. He met with China's top diplomat. Iran wanted China's support. China, eager to protect its oil supplies and expand its influence, listened carefully. Meanwhile, in Lebanon, Hezbollah and Israel continued exchanging fire. Both sides claimed self-defense. Both sides accused the other of violating the ceasefire. The situation was like a powder keg, with multiple lit matches around it.
Then on May 6, 2026, Trump posted a message that shocked the world. He wrote, and I quote, "If they don't agree, the bombing starts at a much higher level and intensity than before." He tried to open the Strait of Hormuz by force with Project Freedom, a US military mission. But almost immediately, he paused it to give diplomacy one last chance. Same day, US Central Command announced that American forces had fired on and disabled an Iranian tanker in the Gulf of Oman. a U.S. Navy F/A-18 Super Hornet fired several cannon rounds, hitting the tanker's rudder. This was not just a warning. This was a message. Iran had not yet formally responded to America's latest peace proposal. But behind the scenes, Pakistan told reporters a deal was very likely in the coming days. Clock was ticking.
So where does this leave us? The United States and Iran are standing at the edge of a cliff. One wrong step, and the world changes forever. If a deal is reached, the blockade lifts, the Strait of Hormuz reopens. If a deal fails, Trump has promised bombing at a scale the region has never seen. Iran could activate all its proxy forces simultaneously. Hezbollah, Houthis, militias in Iraq and Syria, all could strike at once. Europe is already preparing. More than 40 nations have joined a coalition to protect commercial shipping. Germany has sent a minesweeper. France's carrier is on standby. The global economy is suffering. U.S. gas prices have crossed $4.54 per gallon. Developing nations are hit the hardest. History is watching. Will Trump's maximum pressure work? Will Iran blink? Or are we heading into something far darker? One thing is certain. The world will never be the same after this. If you want to stay updated, subscribe to this channel right now. Hit the notification bell because this story is not over, not even close. Thank you for watching.